for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Shot misses there by Allen. To Paul George. DeAndre Jordan knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
George, his first effort off the mark. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. To Durant. To Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended. Kawhi Leonard against KD. A pass stolen by the Nets. Durant lobs it up. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Turns and slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Beverly into the front court. They'll run the offense. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Goes down. Well done.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
And too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Leonard. From long range. Can't connect. Knocked loose. Dinwiddie, tough matchup against George. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Jordan. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
free throw try, off the mark. To George. Slam dunk.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 20.
Catch up, baby.
Durant. To Jordan. Down low. To Irving. Beyond the arc for three. That's good D. Shot no good. Leonard. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Kawhi Leonard sends it away. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Irving. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Goes to the right side, and the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Irving knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
To Jordan. Over to the right side. For three. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Rebound taken in by the Nets. To Jordan. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Williams. George can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Into the game for the
To Dinwiddie. Clippers have it. And the basket good at the rim.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
4-3. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Finish that. Williams across the timeline. It's 14-12. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Man, that was a tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
The assist from number 23, Louis Williams.
Through one here at Barclays Center. The Nets out in front. Jay and I are back to Brooklyn right after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. On into the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Team foul number 1.
Paul George. Rocking the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Count the basket at the rim.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Jared Allen able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Durant. Irving. That's off the side of the rim, short. Beverly into the front court. Down 2. Pass stolen by the Nets. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Kyrie Irving for 2. Off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession now.
To Durant. Kevin Durant. He's 2 for 2 now.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Beverly into the front court. Down just a couple. Here's a chance from long range. Prince there for the rebound. Durant. Lets it fly from long range. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Shot from in close, no good. Williams. DeAndre Jordan sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Fires the 3, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Time to shuffle things up. Williams into the front court. 5-point game. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Lou Williams. Couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Into the front court, it's Irving. They lead it. 4-point game. Fires the 3, and Kyrie Irving makes good from beyond the arc.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
The pass set it all up.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
LA Clippers with the basketball. George against KD. Trying to cash in. Paul George. He's now 4 for 6.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
The drive right to the basket. Jordan to Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the Clippers able to clear the board. To Williams. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. Doc Rivers making some changes to his lineup. Irving. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. That is great vision to set it up. Oh, emphatic slam.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Even to Zubats. Tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. Irving with the basketball. Up 5. From long range. Textbook defense. To Dinwiddie. Durant. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
George lets it fly. Doesn't get the bounce.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And that one out of bounds off the net. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 31, Jared Allen.
Clippers have the basketball. George.
Number 22.
Kevin Durant swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Now here's your chance to make them pay for making you the target of hacking. Well, actually, your free throw shooting made you a target, but you can still fix that.
First try at the line, no good. Off the mark, 0 for 2 at the line. Kyrie across the timeline. His team on top by 8. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Number 2, Los Angeles.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Defensive foul to number 21, Patrick Beverly. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Knocks down the first.
Los Angeles Clippers. Stepping in for the
And a scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's the DJ we all know and love.
And they call it.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
DeAndre Jordan.
First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Kevin Durant with the rock. And that one out of bounds off the net. Oh, they called the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Kevin Durant for the Los Angeles Clippers.
First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 4, Los Angeles
Can't connect on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one.
Get your money, man.
And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Deep three at the buzzer.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively. You try to deny the next pass.
Have a look at the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets. Thanks for joining us.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's George for two. Not that time. Durant across the timeline. His team leads it by 10. To Dinwiddie. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
So many teams just try to beat you with their offense. Well, your offense can only take you so far. The one thing that's supposed to travel, whether you're home or away, is your defense. That's your staple.
Irving. He engulfed him that time.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
To Jordan. Off the assist.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that from my screensaver.
The assist from number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. So he hits the first, misses the second. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
To Paul George.
Hey, left.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. To George. Screen coming. Fakes. Drives to the rim and scores.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
To Irving. Has a look. And scores. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down by 9. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Entering the game,
Paul George to Beverly.
number 00,
chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on the three-point play. Career 88% from the line. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Looking good, 4 for 5.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Beyond the arc for 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
For 3. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for the Brooklyn Nets.
Williams across the timeline. His team down 9. And now an out of bounds off a net, so it'll stay with the LA Clippers. George won't go down. For 3. Oh, he hits the 3.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Jordan. To Dinwiddie. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Williams. And the rebound by KD. To Dinwiddie. Count the bucket for 2.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case 2, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Williams to Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
KD with the rock. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dinwiddie. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul. And now an out of bounds off the net. A shot at the buzzer. DeAndre Jordan rejects it. 4th this contest.
This game is all about playing.
Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. So Leonard, well, you can't do that.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Joe Harris. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Lets it fly from long range. That's rebounded by Kyrie. Durant fires the three. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Beverly. Patrick Beverly. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
He gets it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Beverly. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Irving. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Doc Rivers will play the matchup. He wants some new guys on the floor. It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly not getting the bounce. Irving into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Fires the three, and it's Harkless who gathers the rebound. Leonard. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have twos when you can shoot threes, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
George to Beverly. Going to launch beyond the arc. Never dare Patrick Beverly. It's a wide open three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Irving. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance. That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Irving to Dinwiddie. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
A big finish at the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
To Durant. To Irving. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Jared Allen at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Picked up by the Nets. Runners good there.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Beverly. Leonard shakes free and hits.
Absolutely the right mentality coming out after halftime. That's what you do during halftime. You reset, you recalibrate, you come out and you attack like the first never happened.
Kicks it outside to Dinwiddie from long range. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. It's the Clippers with the possession now to Williams. Oh, he had him there for a second. Paul George. A pass stolen by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
George. Ooh, he'll take that.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Durant. To Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Brooklyn's got it. To Durant. Has a chance. A shot by Durant that's no good. Beverly into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Into the front court, it's Irving. Leads 4. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
17-footer at the buzzer. And a put-back slam. It's the Nets who are victorious as they win this one by 4. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.
This team did everything they could do to secure the win. Great job by both the players and the coaching staff.
Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets. The Clippers finished on the losing end of a close score.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from 3, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
The Clippers relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant
Played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.